Just as I was about to sit down on the bed and begin my meditation, a sudden knock at the door startled me. Who could it be? No one usually comes looking for me. With a sense of curiosity, I opened the door and found the village chief standing there, looking concerned and kind. He gazed at me with care and gently asked, "I've noticed that your training these past few days has been a bit unusual. Is there something bothering you?" I hastily invited the village chief into my room and offered him a glass of water. I sat across from him with deep respect for this elder who was over 300 years old. After pondering for a moment, I bit my lip and began, "Village chief, I can't help but feel that the dwarven axe techniques lack finesse. So, I've been thinking about how to improve them."
That's why?
The village chief seemed to have a sudden realization and remained silent for a while. Then he calmly responded, "I see. That explains why your movements have been so peculiar these past few days. However, you should know that our dwarven axe techniques incorporate forging skills. Dwarven axe techniques are, in essence, the same as our forging hammer techniques. If you don't learn dwarven axe techniques, how will you learn forging?"
Huh?
I widened my eyes in surprise. I had never realized that dwarven axe techniques were intertwined with their forging skills. It seemed that they had simply integrated everyday actions into their combat techniques. The village chief's explanation made perfect sense. The attack techniques were similar to the hammering techniques in forging, just using an axe instead. The village chief continued, "The reason the dwarven race has become the greatest blacksmiths on the continent is because of our unique forging techniques. Dwarven axe techniques are essentially the same as forging hammer techniques. By mastering dwarven axe techniques, you will simultaneously gain knowledge of forging." I admired the village chief's wisdom as he explained. I realized that despite being a prodigy, there were thousands, if not billions, of dwarven geniuses over the centuries, each contributing to the refinement of their techniques. I am a prodigy, but in this world, there have been thousands, if not billions, of dwarven ancestors smarter and more gifted than me. Even the least talented among them would surpass me. So, I had no delusions of improving dwarven forging techniques further. In my world, while metallurgy was advanced, manual forging techniques were far inferior to what I saw here. After all, human civilization had only existed for 5,000 years, while dwarven civilization had a history of over 98,000 years since the creation war. The talents bestowed upon the dwarves by the creator were meant for forging. In the realm of forging, no one could compare to the dwarves. Even the greatest human blacksmiths were no match for the worst dwarven blacksmiths. Compared to the greatest dwarven blacksmiths, the difference was tenfold, even 100-fold. The village chief proudly continued, "After countless years of research, we dwarves have mastered 18 forging techniques, which are the same as the 18 combat techniques of dwarven axe fighting. As long as you practice dwarven axe techniques diligently and master them, you will also be learning forging techniques simultaneously." I stood up excitedly, ready to learn everything the village chief had to offer. I closely observed his every move, trying to grasp every minute detail, understanding that these small actions were the culmination of thousands of years of refinement. As a true genius, I knew that the key often lay in the subtlest details. If I couldn't grasp those nuances, I would never become a true master, regardless of the field of study. On the other hand, the village chief was deeply moved. Just yesterday, this boy struggled with even the simplest movements, but today, he seemed like a prodigy. He imitated every action perfectly, even delving into the most intricate details, understanding the essence of dwarven axe techniques. Imitate, absorb, master. These were the words that described his learning ability. It wasn't mere imitation, it was a deep understanding that penetrated the essence of dwarven axe techniques.